Now, for a really long time, I have seen women's groups and female-specific leadership roles get a reaction that is something like this.
We can drive, we can vote, we can work. What more do these broads want?
So, for this first video, and just to clear up any misconceptions, I am going to tell you why I think having a women's officer is so important at Mountview. From a young age, girls are taught to compete with each other for one of the limited seats at the table. The idea, I think, is that if too many women are in positions of power at the same time, then the current hierarchy will crumble and people are really afraid of what that will look like. So, to maintain the status quo, women are often portrayed as hysterical, hormone-driven maniacs who will spontaneously combust if there's too many of us in the same room with the same goal. Something like this. But, as anyone who knows any real-life human women will tell you, that couldn't be further from the truth. The women I know, and especially the women I know at Mountview, are strong, independent people who understand that we don't have to fight for one of the limited seats at the table if we build a bigger table. That sounded a lot cooler in my head. And the way we begin to do that is through accurate representation. Misrepresentation of women of all ethnicities, ages, and body types is rampant in our industry.
And I dread reading scripts that have no women involved in their creation because inevitably I get to that part where the girl turns to the guy and she goes, "What do we do now?" Now, do you know any woman in any crisis situation?
More auditions that were, the best friend or the assistant, to sort of put color around the lead white person's story.
There are so many points of view and so many narratives that would like to suggest that transgender women are not real women.
And the solution starts right here, with roles like women's officer. Highlighting women's initiatives, accomplishments, issues, and experiences is an excellent way to combat misrepresentation, and it will enrich Mountview as a school and as a community. I am incredibly passionate about being women's officer, and over the next 2 weeks I will be posting about why I personally want to be women's officer and some of the initiatives and ideas that I'd like to bring to the job in the next year. But for now, I hope that I've shed some light on why I think women's officer is an essential role at Mountview.
We gave you life, we gave you birth, we gave you God, we gave you earth, we filmed the future. Don't make